Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Grim Dawn with me, your host Tim. We're going to run out there and do a little adventuring. I figured we'd get the next portal together, and then I might double back and do the beginning portions of the Steps of Torment. I wouldn't do the actual roguelike dungeon though, because I just don't have time today. But hey, give me a chance to do a little bit more adventuring. So let's get this done. So I think where we left off, I had just gone through Old Arkovia. Oh, they also mark the Old Arkovia shrines all the time now? Oh, that's awesome. And we're now on our way to the Smuggler's Pass, which is going to be the next portal I plan to grab. And if it takes me about 30 minutes to get there, then I won't do Steps of Torment. Otherwise, we'll get that done. And I'm super looking forward. Holy crap. 1 second. Wow. Oh, gotta load all the stuff. There we go. Oh, got more people. 1 second. Let's get that. Oh, I don't want to talk to you, Palda. Okay. So I did run through the game briefly to get the portal off screen. The one that's past Old Arkovia. This way we wouldn't have to watch me run through this again. And I'm almost up another level. And I'm actually changing my mind slightly on what we'll be doing when we gain that next level. We're going to actually take Nullification, because I've never actually used this ability, and it seems like it'd be nice to lower everything's elemental resistance for a little bit. Especially because I'm relying on so much of my Wind Devil. Oh, but this is, hold on, that's elemental resistance. Does that actually affect Electrocute? And this also reduces their resistances. Okay, well, I'm going to try it anyway. I haven't actually taken this ability on any of my characters, so it would give me a nice excuse to see what it's like. And they also changed, when you leave this place, they changed what it looks like as well. Yeah, look at those guys. This is just fantastic. So this is the opposite end of the Old Arkovia. You now have to pass through Old Arkovia in order to get to the other side of it. Before, you could just ignore this spot altogether if you wish to. But they've changed it. I think I like the change, actually. And now wow! Now we'll just be killing all of the harpies on our way to the next portal. So how's everyone doing? It's been a good 2 weeks, I think. No, 1 week since I last played the game. And what have I been up to? So the Darkest Dungeon mod is done. I've just about beaten the game. I have one more mission to do. I'm pretty happy with it. Now I'm just debugging things, still catching a few problems here and there that need to be corrected. But the distribution is all done, which means that I'll be... Ooh, that's a big boar. I'll be getting it up to probably Nexus, I guess. Hopefully by next weekend. I know I've touched on it briefly, but I can't believe it's finally... Well, version 1 of it's finally done. Holy crap. I'm finally happy with its balance. I'm happy with how it plays. Watching my friend Chris play his own estate has taught me that if you don't make the right tactical decisions, holy crap, the game just is going to slaughter you, and I like it. So it's come along quite nicely. And now I don't know what to spend all my time working on anymore. Probably version 2. Probably end up making new trinkets now that I've gotten a good handle on that. I'll try making a few of my own creatures and probably my own hero classes as well. Though, of course, that requires more months of testing. So I'll probably be looking for version 2 to come out after the summer's done at this rate. I'm not a fan of releasing something without having tested it thoroughly myself. And I think I've also mentioned how, like, if I won't play my mod to the very end, I can't expect anyone else to do so. That's just not right. And if it doesn't feel right, like, you have a good idea when you're working on a game. If something, well, maybe you do. I don't know. I like to think I do. If something is unbalanced or what have you, too. So, well, that was interesting. That force ran up and attacked my, or tried to hit my Wind Devil. You can't do that, can you? Yeah, so this week, let's see, the mod notes are all done. Everything's up to date from what I can tell. The distribution's all done, with only the files that I've altered ready to be uploaded. The one trick will now be making sure that when I install it, that it doesn't do anything bad to the game, and making sure all my changes got in. So that means I need to test distributing the mod to myself for a little bit. But I want to wait to do that until after I've actually beaten the game in its entirety, which should happen hopefully by the end of Wednesday. And then I'm looking at Sunday being the day it finally gets uploaded. Let's just keep the Wind Devils on you. Oh, holy crap, what is this? Oh wow, I haven't seen one of these in a long time. Fatality resistance, life leech resistance. This would be useful even for us. Yeah, this could actually be placed at Mystic's Opal Signet of Fortitude. As usual, when I unequip something, I need to make sure that I'm not relying on that to equip all my other gear. And I'm not. We could probably use the life leech and vitality resistance for when we fight in the up... Well, actually, that's a little further ahead. But those strange creatures in the beginning sections of Act 3, the ones that put all those bleed curses on you, that will come in really handy. We should be able to actually withstand their attacks with this ring on. Yeah, so with Darkest Dungeons finally done, I spent so much time working on that game, on the mod itself. Now it's back to my board game. In fact, I'm redoing the first dungeon. I'm still tweaking things in that regard too. Actually making the hero classes a little stronger. One or two of them. So again, it's all about making sure that the players will want to pick every ability and realize, and then they can't because this is not an option. But trying to make, oh god, that's a lot of running bores. Trying to make sure they all feel competitive with all the skills feel useful. Which is really, really tricky to do, especially when you have some that are utility and some are damage and some are defensive in nature and some are healing, because you want them all to feel about equal to each other. Oh, wow. And that can be really difficult to do. Whew, that was tricky. He dropped his trash today, it looks like. What is this? Preserving... This is junk. I still haven't made any more progress in the board game in getting more missions done. I still have only got the first 4 plus secret mission. Well, technically it's the first 5 because the game splits into quests that you have available to you when you go through it. I still haven't actually described a whole lot of the... I mean, it's based on Heroes Quest, the original Heroes Quest game. I heard that someone tried to have a Kickstarter or something for a Heroes Quest remake, but it got tied up in the courts. Some sort of cease and desist order came out for it, and I guess it will never see the light of day now. I still haven't made up my mind if I'm going to try to kickstart this game that I've been working on for years now, or if I'm actually going to release it for free. I would love to kickstart it, but I know better than to try to make it a huge production. Oh, this is new. Oh, this makes sense, of course. So these ruins will now look like the... Ooh, ow. I guess these ruins will look like the other ruins that we saw earlier. Which is to say that this is like the continuation of Arkovia. Oh, wow, and it goes straight into this place now. I guess that makes a lot more sense thematically. It's so nice just to be able to throw out tornadoes, just run around and hide from things. Warp Tarnished Spell Blade of Garbage. So what else is there? Yeah, so I'm thinking that if I do any kickstarting stuff, I would just kickstart the game for art. And that would be it, for cards. And the rules themselves, and that would be it. I know better than to try to make models for the game. It would get way too expensive and bogged down forever. I know better than to try to come up with game tiles. Players can just use whatever they want to purchase. They can use Dwarven Forge stuff if they've got it. They can use game pads or a hex map. Grid map if they've got one of them instead, etc., etc. And let's stop for a second to talk to Calderos. You have done as we asked. I am pleased to see this. The Ogliarchs are gone. With their corrupted souls destroyed, this land will begin to heal in time. What I must ask of you next is a far more dire challenge. Oh, what's next? The Grand Priest Zarsulian was the Arcovian, upon whose world all Arcovian necromancers were banished to the steppes of torment. Even in death, he continues to gather the lost souls of Arcovia to his mad word. The time has come to scatter his flock and erase this stain upon the world for good. You must travel deep within the steppes of torment. On the 3rd floor, you will find the priest at his desecrated altar. Purge him from this place, and I shall join you below. We'll come back for that. We get the cool key, and we're going to go down and do the roguelike dungeon. I wonder if they've actually changed that, too. But we'll do that in a later episode. Now we're going to run all the way back over here. So let's think. So what else has been happening? So, I tried to record more Convoy. I keep getting beat up badly in that game. It's so bad. But I really want to upload more of it. It's similar to how I did Starcrawlers. And I was pretty happy with the changes for Starcrawlers, which is why I wanted to record more of it, get it up there. I was surprised that there wasn't that we still don't have more of the story stuff done. I think they're working on that next for that game. But for Convoy, I did an early access thing for it. And now the game's been released for months now. And I'd like to actually put more of it up. But oh my god, that game is tough. And because it's also a random number generator game, sometimes you just get really, really unlucky. Which is what definitely happened to me. The other thing is that I haven't been happy with the recordings I've done for it. So I'm trying to play the game can be played either in real time. It's alright, imagine Faster Than Light. And I want to play the game, and it's such that I don't actually ever pause the game while combat's going on, because it makes it tougher, it makes it more exciting to watch too. But I'm so focused on the game that I'm not talking at all, which is fine. But I really feel like I should be just trying at least to describe what my train of thought is, and instead of just doing that train of thought. Like right now, for example. So all I'm trying to do is just keep the Dust Devils on this Harpy, avoid her AoEs. Cool. We get a Soldier's Etched Horn of Spellweaving. That's not bad, but not better than what we're using. And that's also junk. Let's see what she was guarding today and all the bones she collects. Nothing. Okay, well then let's keep going. So, oh, you know what? We should turn this quest in. So let's wipe out these things really quick. Oh, hey, our first trolls. I was wondering when we'd start to see them. Well, I mean, we definitely would see them out here. Alright, so let's map out this little corner. Alright, and we leveled! Perfect! That is what I really wanted to see. Okay, so now let's drop a portal. We're going to go back to Broken Hills. Because we just... Oh, this is so helpful that they put the portal right next to her as well. We can turn this quest in, which will get us an attribute point. I can no longer sense my daughter's anguished presence. Is it finished? It is done. She suffers no more. Thank you. You have delivered my poor daughter from an eternity of lonely suffering, fear, and hate. Now I shall repay you in the only way I can. Cool. And we get an attribute point for that. So let's put a point into Cunning and Spirit. Actually, we should go back and look at our stash before we put the points in anything. But for my abilities, I know what I'm taking here. So we want a point in Raging Tempest. For extra cold damage, it'll slow the targets, and it'll reduce their elemental resistance now. And I don't have any points. I don't even what though. I clicked on this. And over here, we're going to take a point into Frozen Core. And we're also going to take a point into Nullification. Okay, and we'll assign Nullification an ability or thing. Alright, so now what do I want to do? Let's look at my abilities really quick. And over here, Devotion. Alright, good. That still has Tsunami attached. And this one didn't give me any active abilities. Okay, so let's now head back to my stash. I don't think I can use anything, but we're going to look anyway, just to be safe. I also want to see what I'm working towards. I know we're working on the one Storm Totem sword dagger thing.
Got something you need stashed?
So... Oh, that's right. I found this while I was in there, too. That's simply amazing. Oh! This is not for us. This is for someone else. That looks like an awesome sword as well. Okay, so... Do I have access to this? 32. One more level. Oh, I see. For the electrocute damage. Yeah, that is kind of better than what we're using. 47, 58. I have the physique required. I have the spirit required for this. Spirit. I need a lot more spirit. Actually, no, I don't. I just need some more spirit. So we'll take a point in spirit, take a point in cunning.
I'll keep an eye on this.
The next 2 levels will just go straight into those abilities, with 1 more point being added to each. And then we're back to 1 point in skills, 1 point in stats, 2 points in skills after that. Okay, cool. That's going to be more expensive now for me to use these abilities, that I've added more things to them. But my energy regen seems to be fine on the character at the moment. Let's also swing down this way and get all the fog of war gone. Oh crap, there's a shrine up ahead. Darn it. That means I'm going back to town again in order to get whatever item I need to get this done. I think I need... Oh, I think this is a gem? I think this one's a gem or it's a bone. It's a gem. Okay. Well, let's go do this now, then. I forgot we got a shrine right here. Okay, yes. So Convoy. Yeah, so I haven't been happy with any of the recordings I've done, which means that I'm going to be just deleting them. Man, there's just so many games these days, especially, now that I'm checking quite a few of the things before I upload them. I'm just completely unhappy with how they came out. I'm like, no one will watch this. Which, I guess it doesn't matter in the end. But I like them to at least be entertaining for myself when I go back and watch them years from now. As I've been doing recently. Oh! We should put something into our Twilight Signet. Oh, holy crap! When you hover over these, it shows you now what you can place in them? Oh, look at that! That's awesome! Do I have to have it equipped? Oh, look at that, everyone! Do you notice? So when I hover over the ring, in my stash, the things I can equip to it highlight. That's really handy. Okay, so what do we have here? Elemental damage, energy... That seems like what I'd probably put into it. Oh, but we have cold damage here. Do I have any lightning damage? That's ether. That's vitality. Okay, I think we'll take a Vengeful Wraith. Oh, but that's this 15%. That's just 12 cold, but more frostburn. Offensive. No, I want this. So let's put a Mark of Illusions into that. This goes... Oh, this is what I need.
Safe with me. Promise.
Now we'll go and vendor some stuff. My friend Chris and I have been trying to record a few games, but I've been unhappy with how they've come out. We tried to record Alone in the Dark together, and it's hilarious. It was awesome. But the video, the video quality was so bad that I can't imagine anyone would ever want to watch it. It looked like, do you remember the old Godzilla movies? At the very end credits, how everything was elongated and stretched, like I think it was vertically. Well, this was the opposite. It was just stretched horizontally. It was absolutely terrible. Oh, hey, a Duelist Saber. Nice. We'll bring this back. Maybe we'll make a new character again. And we get a point to put in our devotion. Oh, crap. I'm not even working towards something. Oh, I was working towards something. That's right. We have Tempest. Now we're going to take Tempest again. Well, did that actually just increase all my DPS? I bet you that did. But not for this, I think. Yeah, it's my melee damage has been improved. Actually, it looks like it's improved this, too. Has it really improved this ability? Man, this is going to be awesome. Wow. I had to remember that I have... Oh! Oh! Nullification is a 40-second skill recharge time. Oh, that's disgusting. Does that go down? Okay, that goes down when you put more points in it. Alright. I would normally just not take that ability then. And this is better than what we're using. Maybe. We gain 6% lightning. We lose cold, but our cold's maxed. We gain pierce, which we need more of. I should put something into my ribbon. I completely forgot even it was using one of them. Second, everyone. See, this is exactly what I was just talking about in Convoy. All I'm doing is running around, not talking about what I'm doing. I'm winning, or I'm doing. I think I'm doing well, but I stopped the talking altogether. And just more junk. The Traveler, garbage, 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 garbage. All of it. Did they change this at all? Nope, still a dead end. Fire, ether, burn. No, everything we're not using. everything but frost and lightning damage. Yeah, so I deleted the convoy videos. I'm going to be redoing them again and trying to get them uploaded. I like the game, although it's very punishing, but I still like it. It's such a neat idea. The only unfortunate part about it would be that I'm probably going to play it on easy after failing on medium several times, because I really need to get the hang of the combat system in the game. Oh god, there's a lot of you. To be fair, I played Faster Than Light. I didn't play hard mode on Faster Than Light either. I played normal mode, which I know is easier because it gives you extra scrap and you get extra points to start with.
Watch your back. Trust no one.
Oh, hey, she's talking too. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna. We should talk to her.
Watch your back. Trust no one.
You don't smell like one of Cronley's gang. Are you another from Devil's Crossing then? What do you mean by another from Devil's Crossing? I encountered another survivor from Devil's Crossing just recently who convinced me that Homestead was a place where I could help make a difference. I never got a name, but he cooked a fine meal and told me many remarkable stories about political intrigues in the time of the Empire. Then he set off by himself. If you were headed to Homestead, why didn't you join him? He just got up in the dark of night and told me he was heading on as he had urgent business in Homestead. I warned him that it would be wise to wait while the trolls and ethereals fought it out in Smuggler's Pass, but he said he could pass unseen between them if he was alone. It sounds crazy to me, but he was a likable fellow. I hope he fared better than I expect. I plan on fighting through Smuggler's Pass. You could join me. I appreciate the offer, but as I said, the fighting seems a little too intense up there right now, and I plan to wait it out. I'd advise you to do the same, but if you insist on pressing ahead, I hope you prevail. What can you tell me of this area? I can tell you it's swarming with trolls and harpies, and that your best bet would be to leave by whatever way you got here. I was headed for Smuggler's Pass, which leads to the mountains, but found it to become a battleground between troll tribes and ethereals. If you're not familiar with trolls and their ilk, they have a perverse predilection to abduct and keep humans as mates. It's not the fate I have planned for myself, nor is possession, so I'm biding my time looking for another way through. If your name's Elsa, then a mutual friend is looking for you. I can only assume you mean Mornay. Idiot nearly got me killed out in Old Arkovia. Bandits got us in the night, drawn to his damn fire. They tied me up and dragged me back towards their camp, probably to share me with the rest of the gang. Shame for them, they weren't very good at tying knots. I slit their throats while they slept and made off on my own. Why didn't you return to Mornay? Well, I thought he was dead, but knowing he's back in Devil's Crossing makes me even less inclined to return. He's not a bad man, but I can't stand to have him fawning all over me like a replacement for his dead wife. He believes there is some great romance between us and refuses to accept I have no such feelings. Should I tell him you're alive? It might be better that he believes I'm me dead. The last thing I need is a lovesick fool pursuing me through this hellish world. Well, goodbye, Elsa. Oh, wow, another harpy. So we definitely need more points of nullification to make it somewhat use-spammable. Right now, it's a boss ability. Still is useful though, especially considering all the elemental damage that we are going to do. I like the effect. I love that little circle that shows up. Yeah. So anyway, so Chris and I, yep, we recorded that game, and that was a failure. Like, Betrayal of Krondor was a failure because of sound problems at the time. We were using headsets. I didn't have this Blue Yeti microphone at the time, and I couldn't hear each other very often, and that was bad. What else? We tried a few. I think we tried another Commodore 64 game, but that one also turned out bad. So, it's painful that it happens so often for the games that we try. But to be fair, Chris likes playing games where he can laugh at them and make fun of them, and there's some commentary as he's talking when he's going through playing the games. And this means that generally I won't want to play very thematic, story-driven games with him. And this also means that he also prefers playing older games because I have the nostalgic glasses on all the time because I love the old crap. And Chris absolutely hates it. Rather, I'm sorry, he sees it for what it is. He's a very graphics before gameplay type of guy, as it were. Not for every game, but that does seem to be his, what's the word, proper expression? Modus operandi or something like that, I think. It's his preferred way for the games he plays. Give a boss, drop the thing. Alright, good, they're all dead. Mutated scales, garbage, junk. Burn, electrocute, poison resistance. Well, that's not bad, but I like my +2 to Wind Devil better, so we're not going to be using that. What else have I been doing?
That skill's not ready.
What other games have I been playing? So, I think I mentioned that I beat Soma already in the last video. Have I started anything new? Oh, so the Spirit Engine 2 will be being redone. I'm looking forward to actually redoing it. I tried watching my original Let's Play, and it wasn't bad. I compared to some of my older Let's Plays, but again, I really am not a fan of the 10-minute videos that I used to upload all the time back then. So I want to redo it. And my voice was, at some points, a little closer to the microphone than I wanted it to be. So we are going to... Oh, that's a ore, Tim. So we are totally going to be redoing it. Which gives me a great excuse to follow up Darkest Dungeon, since I actually backed Darkest Dungeon thinking it was going to be like... whatchamacallit, like Spirit Engine 2. Which it was, in a manner of speaking. I really think people who like Darkest Dungeon would love Spirit Engine 2. Well, actually, maybe not. I guess it is a... What? Spirit Engine 2 is a story-driven kind of JRPG side-scrolling real-time combat game where it's really tough to get money, all the combats are extraordinarily difficult, and I love the writing to it. Oh, it's simply fantastic. Darkest Dungeon had no real story to speak of, but it was extremely well polished. You had to manage a town, and it was more of a resource simulator. It also was much more random number generating. Actually, it was completely random number generating. It was a random number RNG game. Spirit Engine 2 is not an RNG game at all. While your skills do variable damage, you can't... Well, I guess you can miss the target. Never mind. Yeah, there is some RNG elements to this. Oh, wrong button, Tim. Now I won't have that for the boss here. I think we'll actually use a healing potion. I do have almost 200 of them. Much more stuff draining steel. This is just all more junk. Wow, that's a fantastic book. That is awesome. Chaos damage. That can be good for a low-level character, too. Poison Vitality damage? Oh, that's fantastic on a low-level occultist. Well, one who's going the disease route, I suppose. Italian burn, not for us. I think we're actually going to make this a quick session as well, because we're almost at the portal up ahead. I really like, however, the upgrades to this skill. Wow, holy crap! We're just slaughtering everything with this build. I'm really impressed. When I first started this character class with this build, I thought for sure I was gonna die all over the place because I wasn't able to keep the enemy from hitting me. I'm not resilient. My strategy involves running away. But no, this really works. This is just incredible. Alright, and we'll stop here then. Yeah, so this will be a quick one. I'm expecting my parents to visit anyway soon. They're coming down from North Jersey. So, yeah, we'll call it quits here. When we pick back up, we'll probably do the Steps of Torment together next. So I'll double back there, and we'll start going down through that. And then I'll probably also we'll probably also run through the mines that we just made it to, Smuggler's Pass. So I will see you guys then, and thanks for watching. Take care.